when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that. And I'm not shoving it aside, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice.
What are we doing here, my guys? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay is Wednesday. NBA is coming off a day off of games. Obviously, it was election day. It was voting day, is not election day. It was voting day as well. But I just had to go on a quick rant. All these players, man, it's just so crazy because obviously they basically crucified Allen Iverson for not going to practice. My guy used to go out there and play all 82 games, give it his all. You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, the players, it's the exact opposite. They'll practice, but they won't play in the games that they're actually getting paid for. I just think it's crazy. They're not crucifying these players. They're actually making sure they actually saying that it's okay to rest during these games. Just I'll be perfectly honest with you. It just makes me feel some type of way. I'm a competitor. I love playing basketball. I love playing sports. You see what I'm saying? If I was in the NBA, I'd play every single game that I could, man. I might even sit out some practices or not go to shoot around. But playing in the game, what you're actually getting paid hundreds of $1,000s for, sometimes millions for just a game. I just feel like I just can't respect it whatsoever. Some of these players, especially coming off a day off as well. But I just had to say that just because obviously times used to be a lot different. They're a lot different now. And I feel really strong about that, to be perfectly honest with you. So I think these players are soft as hell these days. But obviously, we're going to talk about the NBA games. It's our job to bet them and try to make some cash. You see what I'm saying? And let's get straight to it, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like the show. Sorry for the rant, but it's something that's really starting to get to me, especially the last minute. These guys not playing and stuff, or I understand out for personal reasons and stuff like that. But it really makes it hard to be capping these games overnight, and then you wake up, eat breakfast, and then you see all these guys out, and it just literally changes everything. You see what I'm saying? So I just had to say that, man. If you guys can, go download the Action Network app right now. If you're really serious about betting and making money off betting on sports, I don't see why you wouldn't have this app. I've had this app for at least the last 5 years. A lot of things that I do with my handicapping starts with the Action Network app. It's not just because I'm partnered with it. You see what I'm saying? So I use it a lot. It's probably the app that I use the most on my phone. Go download it right now. It's free. You can check out professional sports bettor picks over there for free, my guys, all day, every day. You can follow certain sports bettors. You can get the notification on your phone when they're betting. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. It's all good, man. Let's get this cash. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show. You see what I'm saying? And let's get straight to it. A ton of games today. Sorry, but I just had to say that because I think a lot of people forgot about that. The Allen Iverson thing. They're mad that he didn't go to practice, but he showed up for every single game. It's the exact opposite these days. Let's get straight to it. Let's get this fucking cash today. Only got one play today. There were other plays that I wanted to make. Unfortunately, these guys don't want to play, man. It is what it is. First game up, we're going over here to Charlotte here. Won't spend much time on this game, man. Actually looking towards betting the win season total under for the Wizards. This team is absolutely horrible. I'll tell you right now, guys, the Sharps are absolutely all over the Wizards today. I can't say that I don't see it because the Wizards team is actually not that bad. If you look at, I mean, obviously they do have a cancer over there. I don't know why they brought this guy over there. I'm not going to say his name, but obviously there's one particular guy from Golden State that went to the team. He's an absolute cancer. I think the Wizards played a lot better last year without him, but whatever that is, the Sharps have pounded the Wizards down from 4.5 down to, it's actually touching 2 across the board. Still 2.5s out there, but it's mainly at 2. So obviously, I mean, the Hornets have been playing a lot better basketball. They're coming off a little 3-game road trip. You look at the Wizards squad, even with the bench, it's not a bad team, man. I don't understand why they're playing so horrible, but I can't touch them with a 10-foot pole. I'm just here to bring you the info. The Sharps are all over the Wizards tonight, so let's see what happens. Actually, I do hope that they win the game because at some point I'm going to be targeting a win total under for the Wizards. This will probably most likely be the worst team in the NBA. They're probably gunning for the number one pick, and we probably should have done it after Kuzma said that we know that we're not going to win many games this year, but we can't play that style of basketball. So even Kuzma kind of knows that they're probably going to be tanking for a top 3 draft pick this season, my guys. So can't touch the Wizards here. Sharps are all over them. I don't care about this game whatsoever. In my opinion, the Hornets could run them off the floor, but obviously no Terry Rozier. They don't have a great bench. It's starting to get thin over there for the Hornets here. I can't get there with the Wizards. I bet them on Monday versus the Sixers. I still thought it was a great spot. They got smoked from start to finish in that game, man. So it is what it is. Absolutely nothing for me on that game. Can't talk you off looking towards the over. Wizards have they don't even want to play defense like whatsoever. Like Cam Thomas don't want to pass the ball. That's how the Wizards are. They just don't care, man. So I think it's the pool effect, but whatever. But I just want to touch on every single game, but I would not suggest betting on that game, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's go over here to a really good game here. We're going to Philly here, man. The Philly cheesesteaks. Sixers getting 2 points at the house versus the Boston Celtics in this game. And I was telling myself, man, I want to take the Celtics here in some type of way. I'd like to take the Celtics. The problem is, you look at it now, the Celtics have basically owned the 76ers, right, of past. They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games versus Philly. The Celtics are coming off their first loss of the season, which you know what I'm saying? I can't put myself on the back, but I'm just saying we did call the Celtics first loss. See, I'm just saying Porzingis played and they still fucking lost. But Sixers, they do have playoff revenge, and it's something that I really don't go against, to be perfectly honest with you. Something is happening in this game because it's touching 3 right now. I'm telling you, man, right now things go on in the NBA basically all day, man. Let's see what's going on. Let me see. I don't think I really see anything that's going on, but I do see the lines popping up and shit. It's going to 3 at Heritage right now. So if you do like the Celtics, you might want to take it early. But the Sixers, this is a tough game. This is a game that I would love to watch, maybe even live bet. Pre-game, I won't be making a bet on it. Sixers, they hadn't had to travel anywhere. You see what I'm saying? This is their 5th straight home game. The Sixers are 6-0 against the spread so far this season. They have not covered a game all season. That's not going to hold up. I'll tell you that right now. The Celtics are the better team. Now, can you maybe argue that the 76ers have a little bit more depth? I could possibly give you that. Celtics are the better team here. They're coming off a loss. Unfortunately, they are coming off an overtime game. That's the only thing that I don't like about the Celtics, that fatigue might potentially catch in here. We know that the Sixers are going to be up for this game. Celtics could run him off the floor. I'll keep saying it. I don't like what I'm seeing from Embiid. I don't think he's totally in shape right now. He doesn't like running up and down the floor. He falls on the floor at least 10 times a game. I wish we could bet on how many times Joel Embiid would either get to the free throw line or draw a foul or fall on the floor. I would be taking the over on all of those, my guys. So to be honest with you, I have Celtics written down in lane as a lane. The playoff revenge is something that's really strong to me, and it's something I don't really bet against. So it's a tough game for me to bet. I actually think that this could be an under type of game. Obviously, guys like Drew Holiday, the Celtics can still play some good defense here as well. If the Sixers want a chance to win this game, you got to try to slow the pace down a tad, and you have to play great defense versus this high-powered Celtics offense. That's exactly what the Wolves did. So we'll see if the Sixers can do that. But I would actually go with the under. I could see that this being a playoff style type of game. Sixers having playoff revenge. Celtics coming off their first loss. They can still play some defense even with how a high octane their offense is. So actually, if I was betting this game, I would go ahead and look towards the total. I'm leaning towards the under here. It's just these type of games, I really do think it's a coin flip type of game. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Celtics avenge their first loss of the season. Also wouldn't be surprised for the 76ers to get some playoff revenge with a new coach and a little bit of a different roster here as well, my guys. So really tough game to bet for me personally, but I couldn't talk you guys off regardless, whichever one you like. My guy Kenny says he likes Tatum over his rebounds and assists. Revian says Celtics are a goal tonight. Teams after OT hit it a 40%, 46% against the spread rate. Yeah, and it's crazy because if the Celtics didn't go to overtime, I'd definitely it'd be a stronger lean. But the fact that they had to expend all of that energy, the Sixers hadn't traveled anywhere, 5 straight home games. So in theory, Sixers early is where they have the best advantage. They're used to their gym. They hadn't had to travel anywhere. You see what I'm saying? So, and my guy said thoughts on the total. Yeah, I lean towards the under. And yeah, Sixers 6-0 against the spread. It's time to lose. That's a fact. Yeah, they 6-0 against the spread, but they're underdogs in this game. But I just wanted to know what was going on because threes are popping up right now. It's crazy. Minus threes are popping up basically across the board here for the Celtics here, my guys. So that's something to note there for sure, man. Anyone like the under in Celtics game? Yeah, I definitely lean that way. C's with no Robert Williams makes me like Philly more. They like in Sixers a pass. Can't bet against Philly right now. Those Bulls are just having fun. I lean under for sure. That's a great point. My guys. All right, let's move on. I'm not here to waste your time. A ton of games here today. Let's go over here to the streets of Indiana in this one. Indianapolis Pacers land 6.5 points at the house versus the Utah Jazz in this one. The Pacers do have double revenge from last year as well, but also the Pacers do have the Bucks on deck tomorrow, and we know that they might want that game a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Walker Kessler is listed as doubtful. The line didn't move whatsoever. The Pacers are definitely a much better team than the Jazz, in my opinion. Jazz are just one of those teams where they played really well last year. Probably going to take a dip this season. I would lean towards Pacers. I'm not laying the 6.5 with them. If they didn't have the Bucks on deck tomorrow, I'd say, you know what, Pacers are a go in this one. They could definitely run the Jazz off the court. Jazz are the type of team, they're going to shoot a ton of threes. They're a high variance team. When they're hitting their threes, they can compete with, I'm not going to say compete with anybody, but they can compete with some teams. When they're missing them, they could get blown out by 20 points, especially on the road. Jazz are a home team where you want to look towards backing them at the house. I probably won't be looking towards backing them much on the road unless the matchup calls for it, in my opinion. But I mean, they even got smoked versus the Bulls. You see what I'm saying? So the Bulls can smack you up with their offense. The Pacers can definitely get it going as well. We know the Pacers, when they're hitting their threes, they just smoked the Spurs by 41 points. You see what I'm saying? So I lean Pacers there. Not a super strong enough spot for me to take, especially since they have the Bucks on deck tomorrow. I actually wanted to take the Pacers tomorrow versus the Bucks, but it looks like the Bucks might care about that game a little bit more sitting out Middleton today, my guys. So it's a tough game. I mean, it's a regular. I like to watch these type of games just to learn, maybe even make a live bet. Like if the Pacers get down or something, then maybe we make a live bet on the Pacers, but I'm not betting on a game. It's not something I have a super strong feel on, my guys. Let's head over here to the streets of New York in this one, guys. We got the Knicks laying 10 points at the house versus the San Antonio Spurs, my guys. Spurs have not been playing a ton of defense. I'll tell you that right now. One thing I can tell you, I'm not laying double digits with the Knicks versus anybody right now. They got to show me that. If I'm betting this game, I'm actually looking towards the San Antonio Spurs plus the double digits in this one. And what do I always say? When a team gets smacked up by 41, you want to get that bad taste out of your mouth immediately here. Obviously, this is Wemby's first game in the Madison Square Garden as well. We know Mitchell Robinson, guys like Julius Randle are going to try to body him up. You see what I'm saying? But this one's all about the Spurs guards, in my opinion. Personally, I feel like the Spurs have really good guards. If they need to start playing some defense, maybe need to make a trade for an actual center out there. But I mean, Vassell might come back today. You got guys like Keldon Johnson as well. You got guys like Trey Jones coming off the bench, which I got to give Pop a call. You got to start Trey Jones. Why are you still have Sochan in there as a starting point guard? He's not he's like a small forward, man, or like a shooting guard at best. Why do you have this guy running the point guard? He does not know how to run the team, man. I don't understand it. Pop is a much smarter coach than that. I'm not sure why he hasn't made the change to Trey Jones, the one real point guard on the team, but whatever. That's a whole different story right there. But like I say, anytime a team comes off a 41-point loss, I could only look towards their way in the next game, especially if they're catching double digits here as well. This is a bounce back J spot for the Spurs. It's just something that I do long term. I will not bet against a team coming off a 30, 40-point loss. I will not do it. If you go back and look at the results, teams usually show up in their next game. And also, I don't think the Knicks should be laying double digits versus anybody. Maybe the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? They could. I'd probably lay 9.5, 10 with the Knicks versus the Wizards, my guys. What are you guys thinking in the chat? Vassell is doubtful now. Okay, I saw that he went through shoot around, but they says that he's doubtful. He might get upgraded to questionable. You never know. You never know. Yeah, I don't know. Pop is way smarter than that, man. What are we doing here, man? Pop knows better, bro. If I can see it, come on now. I know he can as well. My guy says if Vassell plays, then he likes the Spurs. They say Vassell and Johnson game time according to ESPN could be a little and you know what? I think there's some substance to looking towards Wemby to the Spurs on these national TV games. Remember, they want Wemby to look good, my guys. So that's just something that I've kind of figured out. Remember, they beat the Suns back to back on both national TV games as well. I think the last one they ended up losing the national TV game. I think that was the Raptors. They gave up the 22-point lead. Then when it got smacked versus the Pacers, this would be a bounce back spot versus the Knicks, in my opinion. The Knicks do not. The Spurs have the better offense. Knicks have the much better defense. I'm not laying 10 with the Knicks here. Spurs are the only way that I can look in this game, my guys. Let's head over here right down the street, Brooklyn here. Nets are not laying 5.5. They're getting 5.5. Sorry about that, my guys. Nets getting 5.5 here at the house versus the Clippers in this one. This could be a Clippers bounce back spot here, man. The Clippers are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 versus the Brooklyn Nets. They're off 2 trade losses as well, so this is a bounce back J spot here. You do have the Harden revenge angle as well going up against Brooklyn. Obviously, Harden might have revenge against everybody these days. As soon as he goes to a team, he asks for a trade. But I'm not going to even get started on that. The Nets' home woes are back. Remember last season, this team was absolutely horrible at the house. It's coming back to hunt them so far this season as well. For whatever reason, the Nets play their best basketball on the road. They're 0-3 so far at the house this season. And I know at some point they will get the win. It's not coming today versus the LA Clippers. If I'm playing, I'm laying with the Clippers here. Ben Simmons is added to the injury report as well, questionable with a hip injury. This was already a Clipper spot. If Simmons is out, you definitely got to throw Clippers on something, in my opinion here. I know that they're still getting used to James Harden out there, but this is still a really great team once they put things together. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook. They did just lose Plumlee for a little while. He got an MCL sprain. But James Harden, he's going to want a ball in this arena, in Barclays Arena here as well. Zubac, they have the size advantage here, in my opinion. Nets, they can score points. The defense is atrocious right now, and that's where the Clippers are high and above them. If they lock down guys like Mikal Bridges or just keep them at bay, Mikal Bridges, Cam Thompson, and like I say, if they don't have Ben Simmons, you still without Claxton, Clippers can get whatever they want in the paint in this one, man. If I'm playing this game, I'm laying in this game. Clippers minus the 5.5. I do believe are the right side here, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Chicago here, man. Jordan team, not the Jordan team, used to be Bulls, land 1 at the house versus the Phoenix Suns. And I'll be honest with you, I think this line is I'm not gonna say it's wrong because they set this shit for a reason, but I could only look towards the Suns here, and I was also looking towards the under as well. Bradley Beal might come back in this game, which will really help out the Suns. It might kind of mess up it being the under game though. So this line opened up at 223. The under has been getting absolutely pounded, and I agree with it. If Beal doesn't play, this game will definitely go under, even the 219.5. Even though if you lost 4 points of value here, I can only look towards the under in this game. If Beal plays, like I said, it mixes up things a little bit, but the Bulls are a defensive team. They can't. This is one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league, my guys. If Levine's not going off for 50, then you worry about who's going to score enough points for them to even get over the 105 mark in this one, man. So the Suns, like I say, if they get Beal in there, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do think this is a good spot for the Suns here. I was this close to taking it. I still heavily lean that way. It's still one of my top leans of the day. If Beal coming back, like I say, they've won 7 straight versus the Bulls here, and the Bulls, I'm just not trusting them in them shooting. Now, if you look at it, this is why I say the Bulls are under team all season. They don't shoot threes well, and if you look at the bench, I'll say it time and time again. Alex Caruso, Andre Drummond. and Torrey Craig, which Torrey Craig kind of starts sometimes. These are all defense first guys. Even Ayo Dosunmu, whenever he comes back, these are all defense first guys. They're not the greatest shooters. They play really tight, sticky defense. They'll be on your ass like white on rice. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the Bulls are under team. That's why this under started to get pounded under 223. As soon as it came out, 222, 221. Yesterday, 220. You see what I'm saying? Now we see 219.5. If Bill is ruled in, obviously the line will flip to Suns being the favorite, which I think it should be regardless. I think the Suns should be favored even without Bill. If Bill's in there, which is looking like he's probably going to come in here, I think the Suns at plus the one is the right side of this one. The total will go back up some, but I know it'll be his first game in a while. They just need somebody else. KD just needs somebody else to help him out. You see what I'm saying? So the Suns are definitely, you're getting a discount with them right now because they don't have all their guys. I'm telling you this. It's one of the top 3 teams in the West right now. I'm really high on the Suns. They just don't have all their guys right now. So it's possible that they could drop this one. Them beating the Bulls 7 straight isn't the best of situations because you're always going to want to turn up when you get owned by a team. But the Suns are a better squad. It shouldn't be dogs to the Bulls, in my opinion. Definitely one of my top leans of the day. If you do like the Suns, you're leaning that way, I'd probably go ahead and take them now. I do think that Bradley Beal is going to be in here. You see what I'm saying? Why are Bulls favored? Yeah, they're favored because the Suns haven't been playing the best basketball right now, and they're at the house. But if you look at like the way that they do the ratings, if a home team is favored by 1, they're really telling you that the away team is the better team. They just give you some home court, a little bit of home court advantage for the Bulls there. You see what I'm saying? My guy says he's a Bulls fan and he doesn't think that they're that good. Kenny liking the Suns on the money line. See what I'm saying? They beat the Jazz pretty good. The Jazz are ass. Sean Murphy says he's liking the Bulls minus 2.5 at plus money in this one, man. Damn, what happened? I just let me see. I just zoomed in on my screen. My guys tripped out real quick, but it's all good. We'll get there. Let me see. Yeah, I don't understand, man. My daughter be pressing shit. She be pressing shit on the thing. I don't even be understanding how she be doing stuff, man. But let me get to it. Damn, man, I lost the I lost my banners real quick, man. But we're gonna keep going here regardless, my guys. We're gonna keep going. Let me see here. 1 second. Damn it. All right. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see, man. Let's get straight to it here. I'm trying to reset this shit. Let me see. Just 1 second, my guys. Fuck. All right, regardless. All right, we're gonna have to go without the banners here. We're gonna have to go without the banners. All right, let's keep going here, man. Let's keep going. Regardless what happens, man. They can't knock us off, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Houston in this one, my guys. Rockets. Damn, I really wish I had my damn banners, man. Rockets here. Fuck. Damn, this is pissing me off, man. Sorry, my guys. 700 people in here watching live, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. But let's keep going here. Regardless, I don't care about the damn banners, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Houston in this one. Rockets getting 4.5 points at the house versus the LA Lakers in this one, man. Lakers, like I say, Lakers in need of a win in the worst way, in my opinion, man. They're coming off 2 straight losses. This is a bounce back J spot. They absolutely own the Rockets. They're 8-2 straight up versus the Rockets here as well. The Lakers are 0-4 on the road. And like I say, in my opinion, I do think they're desperate for a win here, man. That's just me personally. I feel like they're desperate for a win. Now, we don't really know what's going to happen with Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass over here. You see what I'm saying? We don't know. We never know what's going to happen with Mr. Glass, but I just feel like this is a spot. This is a get right spot for the Lakers in this one, my guys. So I could only look towards Lakers. I don't have the greatest look on it. My guy liking Rockets plus the 4. Where the banners at? Yeah, the banners have disappeared, my guys. I really don't know what. Sometimes like you can press something on the computer and then that shit just like, you know what I'm saying? And then it just goes all type of places, man. Let me see. Damn, bro. It's really kind of making me mad, to be honest with you. Okay, there we go. There we go, my guys. But yeah, Rockets getting 4 here at the house, man. Not the best of spots here, to be honest with you, to be laying with the Lakers. You could have got 2.5 last night as well. Total sitting at 220. We know Dylan Brooks said he's gonna lock LeBron old ass up. He's old now. You can't talk stuff about LeBron when he's 38 years old. Talk about this shit when he was busting your ass in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Sorry if you got the kids, man, but I'm just saying Dylan Brooks, I don't really like people like that, man. It's all bark. Go out there and show something. something. Let your game do the talking, man. But tough spot. Would like to lay the points with the Lakers here. I lean their way. 80's not 100%. We know that the line is only going up, so money's coming in on the Lakers fast. For whatever reason, it was at just a few hours ago. It's 2.5, went up to 3, 3.5. Now it's touching. It was at 4. Now it's 4.5. Basically everywhere here, man. But would I be surprised if the Rockets got it done? Probably a little bit. I would be a little bit surprised, but it's definitely possible. Udoka has the team playing hard. They're playing defense here as well. It's just a tough spot for me, in my opinion. I could really see this game going either way. It's a toss-up spot for me. Rockets have won 3 straight, 3-0 against the spread as well. They've been playing some good ball. They hadn't traveled anywhere as well. But like I say, Lakers coming off 2 straight losses. Looks like they get Hachimura back. I believe I saw that Hayes might be back as well. So if they can get some of that size and that paint protection other than AD, they might be all right. The Lakers need these type of wins. You got to win these type of games, in my opinion, if you want to try to get a top 6 seed and avoid that play-in tournament. You see what I'm saying? So I'd lean Lakers, but I'm not betting this game. I know that for sure. This is my game of the day here, guys. Let's go over here to OKC in this one, guys. Thunder get 2 at the house versus Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs land 2 on the road here. We ain't speaking about them Thunder here. I like the Cavs in this one, man. They got their full squad. I'm really high on this Cavs team this year, guys. Full squad is back. This is a revenge spot. Remember, they didn't have Garland. They didn't have Jared Allen. I believe they didn't have, I'm pretty sure that they didn't have, I know that they didn't have Jared Allen. I'm pretty sure that they were out without Garland as well in their first time around, but I don't care. They're both of them are back in this one. The Cavs are going to Smack City in this one, man. I think they've taken the Thunder to Smack City in this spot. Thunder also have a tournament game coming up. That's something I'm going to be doing. Yeah, they didn't have Garland in their first game. Mitchell had to go off for 43 points. He had no help. He couldn't wait. It's like seeing your cousins at the barbecue when he saw Garland and Allen back. Oh man, he wanted to give him a big hug. I appreciate y'all coming off a big win versus the Warriors, but I don't see them having a letdown. What does Donovan Mitchell say? You know what? We got our guys back. It's time to turn up. It's time to bring this momentum on the road. They got a 4-game road trip as well, and I think that they can match up really well versus this Thunder team as well. And you see the line open up at -1 for the Cavs. It's starting to push towards 2.5 now, and I agree with it here, man. I think the Cavs might just be about to go on a big run here as well. Something my guy Ronald taught me. When these teams have more rest before and after a game, you have a ton of more energy, a ton of more effort to put into the game. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the Cavs have here as well. They're focused on going on a run. Thunder have a tournament game on deck as well, which if they really want to win the tournament, I think there's some substance to playing on teams that don't have a tournament game on deck against the teams that do have one. Well, a little bit of a look ahead spot. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of that, this is a revenge spot for the Cavs. And the line is good for them as well. They were laying 2.5 at the house. Now they're laying 2.5 on the road here as well. I think the Cavs get the job done here. Wouldn't be surprised if they smack them up by double digits. My play of the day is the Cavs -2 in this one. Money line, whatever you like to do. I need the Cavs to win this game, my guys. Let's get straight to it. Come on, Cavs, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go over here to the streets of Milwaukee here. Bucks land 12 at the house versus the Pistons. Don't really want to touch this game. It is the first game of a back-to-back for the Bucks, and keep this in mind. When the Bucks are resting the Middleton on the first game of a back-to-back or second game, whichever one they rest them, personally, I feel like that's the one that they're showing that they don't care as much about. That's just how I feel. I don't want to take the Pistons here because they've been on a slide. This team is slowly but surely kind of losing my respect. They do have a ton of guys out right now. But I still had really high hopes for this Pistons team. They're 0-5 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games. The Bucks obviously on the first half of back-to-back, no Middleton. They're 1-4-1 ATS against the spread. So the Bucks could absolutely smoke them. If you're the Pistons, you definitely need Jalen Duren down there. They ruled him out at the last second of the last game versus the Warriors. It's crazy as hell how the things happen, man. But whatever. But Bucks, I don't want to trust them laying 12. They haven't been a good point spread team this year. I keep saying that Damian Lillard and Beasley, that's the reason why their defense is so bad right there. They probably need to put Crowder in the starting lineup. They got to do something else, man. It's crazy, a team with Giannis and Brook Lopez, 2 teams that could be some of the best defenders on the league. Defense is so bad. So personally, with me, the way that the Bucks defense is, it's like kind of like the Knicks. I'm not laying double digits versus anybody. Well, maybe versus the Wizards. I'd lay double digits versus the Wizards, my guys. It's just how I feel. But I can't even say I lean towards the Pistons because they can play a good few quarters of basketball. They have one bad quarter, and then before you know it, they're down 20 points, my guys. So If I had to bet it, I'd be taking the points, but it's just not a strong enough game. But remember, no Middleton in this one means that the Bucks might actually be caring a little bit more about the game tomorrow versus the Pacers. That's just personally how I look at it, my guys. So really tough one there. Maybe look towards the over in this game. Bucks gonna get points. They're gonna give them up as well. Let's go over here to Memphis in this one, man. Let's get some barbecue. Grizzlies getting a point and a half versus at the house versus the Miami Heat in this one. Total sitting at 218, and it's crazy because like I wanted to lean towards the Grizzlies. Something else is happening now. Something's happening. This line is going down. This shit's gonna be happening all the time, man. This line is going down. Oh, Derek Lively questionable for the. Oh, that's not good for the Mavs. That's not good for the Mavs, my guys. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna get there, but let me see here real quick. I just want to see if something's going on with this game because it's basically going to -1s now for the Heat. The Grizzlies have a ton of people out. Now, do I think the Grizzlies are as bad as how they look? Personally, I don't think so, but they do have a lot of their guys out here, in my opinion. This could be one that we look back on and say, damn, how are the Heat only laying a point and a half in this one, man? See what I'm saying? So this is a really tough game to kind of figure out here because the Heat aren't that good this year as well, even though you see they got up double digits by the Lakers and still only end up winning the game by 1. You see what I'm saying? But Grizzlies, I did lean toward the under here as well. They're 5-2. The Grizzlies are 5-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 7 versus Miami. The Heat have not been playing well on the road. They're 0-3 against the spread. They're 0-3 away as well, my guys. So I'd be honest. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to lean towards the Grizzlies last night when I'm doing my work on this one. The Heat, obviously, right now have more depth. They're definitely probably the better team. Grizzlies finally got their monkey off their back and finally got a win as well. This is a tough game. I can see it going either way, man. The Heat should win this game. If they don't, really get to scratching your head about the Heat team. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Grizzlies put things together at the house. They need Triple J to go off. They need Luke Kennard to come off the bench and hit 3, 4, 5 threes, and you also got to have Desmond Bane go crazy as well. That's their recipe to success. They did just sign Bismack Biyombo. He's an under type of player. He can't shoot whatsoever. If anything, he'll get some like putback dunks, stuff like that. Biyombo is an under type player. He's all defense, no offense whatsoever. That's why I say this is an under type of game. We know that the Heat play really sticky defense as well. So I definitely could only look towards the under here. Yes, Sean. I think the under is the right side. I think you don't even try to figure out who's going to win because it's a true toss-up. But I'd say the under is the best play in this game, my guys, or live bet it. Let's go over here to the streets of Minnesota here, man. Wolves laying 9.5 at the house versus the Pelicans. Zion's ruled out. I think personal reason. I don't know what's going on with their life, but I just know I'm looking at the game last night at 7.5. Now it's up to 9.5 because Zion's not playing. They still without CJ McCollum for a while as well. Pelicans came out there versus the Nuggets, had a 15-point lead, squandered away, didn't end up getting smacked by damn near 20 points, guys. I'll still never really understand that. How you're playing a really good game. This is what I would look at here for the Pelicans, especially since they're so short on their roster. Hawkins, I think his name is Jordan Hawkins. I'm pretty sure. My guy is a sniper from 3. I think he hit 7 threes versus the Nuggets in that one. Matt Ryan, he's a fucking sniper from 3. They might end up having to start both of these guys, which is really going to take a hit from their bench. But that's what I would look at in this game. I don't want to lay 9.5 with the Wolves. Could possibly be a little bit of a letdown spot. We know injured player theory as well. Oh, Zion out? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I won't bring my best game. Wolves should smack them. I don't know if I'm really there to lay 9.5 with them, especially with off that big win versus Celtics. This is the NBA. These teams do look ahead in certain spots. Wolves have a tournament game on deck as well. It's just not a game that I want to lay the point. Even when it was at 7.5, I felt kind of funky laying points with the Wolves here, even though they are the far and above better team. Sometimes teams don't really take this game as serious, especially when you see big names out on the others. Remember, we see it all the time. But what I'd be looking at as far as, and Herb Jones, questionable as well for the Pelicans, but he did go through shooting around. I just feel like the best looks in this game is to look at Jordan Hawkins' threes and Matt Ryan's threes. They have the green light. They have the green light to shoot the ball every single time they're touching it. And they need the offense as well. You see what I'm saying? So Matt Ryan or Jordan Hawkins threes, I think that's something that's definitely worth the look. These guys are already worth a little bit, especially you can get more playing time, my guys. That's definitely something worth the look. Let's talk about this one, man, because I might have to add this one here. Mavs laying 4.5 at the house versus the Raptors. They're a different team with Lively out there. I love what he's bringing to the team. He's a rookie, but they've had Tyson Chandler really getting in the gym with these guys. He's like a baby Tyson Chandler out there. They already have Maxi Kleber out. So guess what? That means you got Dwight Powell at the starting five, and it's not good going up against this long, lengthy Raptors team. You know what I'm saying? Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes has been on a tear right now, man. The Raptors have more rest before and after this game, if I'm not mistaken, my guys. So let me see. Yeah, Mavs have been super lucky here, in my opinion. Raptors 3-0 and 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 meetings versus the Mavs. For whatever reason, they match up really good versus the Mavs. More rest before and after the game, and they don't have a tournament game on deck, but the Mavs do. So it looks like Derek Lively has a little bit of an illness, which means he might not play. This line has already come down from 6 to 4.5. I think the Mavs have been really lucky, in my opinion, to be 6-1 this season. Their last 2 games, they've came back from down 15 and 20 points. They might run out here today. I think the Raptors plus the 4.5, the right side. If you tell me that Derek Lively might not play here, the Raptors probably going to win this game outright if Lively doesn't play. I know the Mavs been balling. Raptors are the much better defensive team here, in my opinion. Luka's still not 100%. Kyrie hadn't really found his stride right now. Maybe the foot injury is messing with him. I think the Raptors plus the 4.5 is the right side. If there was a second play that I would be adding, it would be the Raptors plus the 4.5 for sure, my guys. I definitely think that this is the right side in this game. And seeing the Lively news just actually makes me it makes me a little bit more confident, to be perfectly honest with you, man. What say you guys in the chat? Siakam PRA. My guys say Barnes PRA been balling. Dallas smacks the Raps. Lively might be ruled out. Miami not losing to Memphis, man. Raptors just can't get over that Mavs hump. They've been covered. They're 6-1 against the spread versus them, though. Raptors play defense, which is the Mavs kryptonite. Now that's a fact right there, man. That's a fact, man. Back and forth. That's a fact as well. Mavs back and forth, home road all year. That's a great point there, Joe. You're exactly right, bro. Savage says Jay the under, not without Lively out there. Now, but it also takes some points off the board for the it takes rim protection away from the Mavs, but it also takes the lob threat away from the Mavs as well. A little bit less points, man. Levi says Mavs winning. Poeltl, my guy says Poeltl over 20.5 points and rebounds. I could definitely see that as well. Come on, S-Dot Warriors. Come on, you're a little biased, bro. Let's just say, man. But I definitely couldn't talk you off the heat today, my guys. But y'all post your plays in the chat. We all trying to cash here together. A couple more games here, guys, and I'm gonna get out your hair. 815 people watching live. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, my guys. Let's get this cash. Let's go over here to Sacramento here, guys. Kings land 8 at the house versus the Blazers. Actually kind of laying Blazers here, man, getting the 8. I'm not laying points with this Kings team, not without De'Aaron Fox. The Kings could be one of those type of teams where they looked good the year before, and then the next year they take a drop off. Remember, sometimes the books start grading these guys so heavily that there's actually value in betting against them, my guys. I'm not laying 8 points with the Kings, even if they smack them up by double digits. I don't feel comfortable laying 8 points without De'Aaron Fox, even though the Kings are in a bounce back spot, coming off 3 straight losses. They're coming off a 3-game road trip, but they lost every single game on that road trip there, man. The Kings offense stinks without Fox, in my opinion. They also have a tournament game on deck. Portland has more rest before and after the game. I can only look towards Blazers here plus the 8. It's not a super strong look for me. Actually, might even look towards the under here. Blazers aren't the best offensively. Kings offense has really struggled without Fox. And when you bring in Davion Mitchell without and no De'Aaron Fox, that screams under all day. You're getting all defense from Davion Mitchell. He's worked on his shot a little bit better, but he's definitely, he's no De'Aaron Fox for sure, my guys. Actually would lean to the under there. Probably a better look than trying to figure out who's going to win in this one. But I must say, if I had a free bet on this one, I'd be taking the Blazers plus the 8. Last game up, guys. Let's go over here to Denver. Nuggets laying 3.5 at the house versus the Warriors. Draymond ruled out this morning. We know that he was questionable with personal reasons in this one. Be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen in this game. The Warriors have played so many games on the road, my guys. Way too many games, man. Personally, do I think that the Nuggets could be due for a loss? It's possible, but they also at the house where they balled out. They're 5-0 at the house as well, man. They might miss Murray in this spot, but also the Warriors, you need Draymond to be going up against Jokic. You need to keep Looney down low and have Draymond on him on the perimeter. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Jokic now. Jokic probably go all crazy on their ass, man, but it's crazy because Nuggets 5-0 at the house, Warriors 5-1 on the road, and for whatever reason, that's where they played their best basketball. The Warriors have been on the road way too long, man. That's why I said I couldn't be surprised if the Warriors really ran out of gas here in altitude. 6 of their last 7 games have been on the road, my guys. It's crazy, man. The Warriors have been real road warriors. Yeah, they've played 6. This will be their 7th road game out of the last 8 games, man. The Warriors been traveling all over the place. Sacramento, Houston, New Orleans, come back home for 1 game. Then OKC, Cleveland, Detroit, and then now Denver. 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th and 6th, all on the road. I don't like the spot for the Warriors here. Tell you straight up, if Draymond was in there, I was probably going to be on the Warriors here, being straight up with you, man. See what I'm saying? But with no Draymond, I can't even look towards the Warriors' way. I wanted to take them here. I just needed Draymond in there. So I'm not messing with it. They actually could run out of gas in the second half. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. But I don't like what I saw from Denver, how they got down 15 to the Pelicans. Then the Pelicans ran out of gas. And then the Nuggets end up blowing them out. But it's a really tough game to figure out, especially with no Draymond. These guys do not want to play anymore. They don't want to play. They'll practice. They'll do all that. They don't want to play in the games. It's the exact opposite of the Allen Iverson, but whatever, my guys. Let's get this cash, man. Only one play for me today. I'm on the Cleveland Cavaliers -2. I need it. I need to keep going. I need to keep this shit going. We got to get on the streak just like the Cavs feel as well. I feel like I got my starting 5 back. I'm ready to go on a run. I'm really high on this Cavs team this week. This is a revenge game J spot as well. This is a keep it going spot as well. Cavs -2, man. And like I say, I'm really close to getting there with Clippers and with the Raptors plus the 4.5. Those would be my honorable mentions on today's games, man. It's a lot of games. There's a ton of money out there. You just got to go and put your name on it. Go download the Action Network app right now, my guys. It's free. You can find it's on Android. It's on the Apple. It's on iPhones, whatever, man. It's all free. You can do a subscription and get like pro lines, projections, and all that type of stuff. But for the main part, it's all free. You can check out money percentages, all that good stuff. Expert cappers on there. You can follow their picks for free. You can set alerts to get to where when they post a bet, you get it to your phone, my guys. I don't see why you wouldn't download the Action Network app. It's a really great tool to use if you're really serious about making money in sports betting. That's the show, man. I've been on here 40 minutes. We had over 800 people watching live. If you really do like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. You could also join the channel as a member as well. Get some special perks, man. Let's get this cash. We will win, my guys. It's all love, man. Love you guys. I love to do this shit for you. Let's get this cash. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Let's go, my guys. Let's get this cash. Let's go. Come on. We winning.